All right, I think we're live, guys. How are we doing today? Rico, what's up, Rico?
How you doing?
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, fun Wednesday.
I got a little bit of coffee.
It's
I'm,
hump day, right?
is it? I don't know.
Is it considered
I don't
hump
know
day?
what. I don't know
Wednesday?
even what day is day of the month is. You know what I mean? Like what would be third, fourth, fifth? What's going on?
No, today
It's the 5th.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Today's the 5th of August.
Right. I got me some coffee. You know me. I gotta have some coffee. Can everybody out there, can everybody hear us okay? I'm not sure about that, Rico. Maybe we can get a little bit of thumbs up.
I could hear you good.
Yeah, they can. Are they?
Really good.
Okay, awesome. I'm gonna work on this really quick so we can get comments later and have people comments and you can explain what the show is about today and we're gonna get into it, guys.
Today we're gonna be talking about the real COVID-19 El Paso testimonies. So we have a couple of people already online, and we're going to hear their testimony, how they came about in getting this virus, how they were infected or how they were exposed, how they went through their experience. But we have a couple of people online already. If you are interested if you were or still you still have COVID, the coronavirus, if you still have it and you're in quarantine right now and you would like to talk to us, go ahead and go to We the People of the 915 and you could comment there. Right now we're going to be showing a website where you could show or you could send your questions, and at the same time, if you want to be part of the show, you could come in and give your testimony on how you were or was a victim of the coronavirus, your experience, and how did you beat it, or if you had to go to the hospital. But we do have a couple of testimonies set up already for you guys. And this is going to be very interesting because, again, we are not doctors. We're not, we're not doctors. We're not going to be here telling you what to do or not to do. We're neutral. We have to be neutral all the time. Hearing about the testimonies, we cannot say we agree with you or we disagree with you. Again, these are just live testimonies of people here in El Paso, Texas, how their experience was or still is with COVID-19. So with that being said, we're going to bring in our first the first person that we're going to be interviewing, our first guest, and we're going to be asking her a couple of questions. So, do we have that, Mr. Frank?
Yes. I think I've been having a little trouble with this today. So let me see if I can get the connection back on here. Okay. And let's see. Okay, and I think we do have it. All right, cool.
We have it here. Her name's...
Yeah, okay. And then we have another person right on standby.
Okay,
cool. Yeah, so guys, this is going to be testimonies, right? Real testimonies?
Yes.
And that's what we're gonna get on because everybody needs to hear. It's very important, right? Especially in these times here in the city.
Here, yes.
So if everybody can spread the word for us and maybe we can get also more people on board to explain to us. And Rico, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let me go ahead and connect our guest. And we're going to see screen number 2. And Connie. All right.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, Connie.
Hello. How are you
Connie,
doing?
how are you? Good, and yourself?
Doing good, thank you.
Good.
Very good, thank you.
Can you please state your name, your age, please, Connie?
Yes, my
I
name
already
is
said it, right,
Consuelo Pintor. Yeah, well, everyone calls me Connie, but my name is Consuelo Pintor, and I'm 34 years old.
Okay, and you're from here, from El Paso, right?
Yeah, well, I've been living here for the past 11 years, so. you know.
Okay. And tell me, how was it that you were exposed to COVID-19?
You know what? I think it was because I was playing gigs at a few bars that had opened up,
Uh-huh.
restaurants. You know, it might have been. It's kind of hard to pinpoint because it could have been there, but it could have also been, you know, just going to Walmart or, you know, pumping gas. It's kind of like really hard to pinpoint exactly when and where because I did go do a lot of other things at the same time, you know.
Did you? So you are a DJ,
I sing in a band.
okay? Oh, you sing in a band,
So
okay?
I went to play with one of my band members, and
Nice.
we did go to two different bars, and you know, a few days after that is when I started feeling sick. But I did come. One of those gigs, one person that was sick did come to see me without letting me know that they were sick. So I
Okay.
don't know. It
I
could have
think
been there.
it could have been there. Yes. At the time, were you wearing, for example, any gloves when you were pumping gas?
No, no, I was not.
No.
I
Okay.
usually would take like a sanitizer with me and then, you know, put it on right after. But there was several occasions where I just, you know, I forgot I didn't do it. So I did, you know, stop being as careful as I was before, I guess.
Yes. So it's kind of hard, pretty much, to
Mm,
where
yeah.
where you got it from, but you got it. Now,
Yes.
what were your symptoms? What were the symptoms? How were you feeling?
Well, the first few days I had like extreme, like, you know, body aches everywhere. I had really bad headaches all around my like my eyes. It hurt really bad. So it was headaches, nausea, like really bad nausea as well.
Yes.
Tummy issues. That was just the first, I want to say, 3 days. Right after that, I started getting like a quite a high fever. It always varied from 103 to 104.5. It never
Wow.
really went below that. And I was having it, you know, twice a day, once in the night, extreme night sweats. By like the fifth day, I lost my sense of smell and taste like completely. They were gone. And
Okay.
that's after that, that's when I started having like the breathing problems because I am asthmatic. So
Yes.
I just couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe anymore. I went to the ER and they did say that I had an infection in my lungs, but that I was still moving enough air to where I didn't need it to be admitted. So they sent me back home and I just stuck it out there.
Yes. So you
Yeah.
so it did affect your lungs.
Oh yeah. Yes, it did. Um,
Did you go to the hospital?
I did go
I
to
mean,
the
did you have to
hospital.
stay? Did you have to stay there?
No, no, thankfully I didn't. They said that they needed the space for the people that would get, you know, that were worse off. So they were only admitting if you have like, I believe he said it was like 80 to 79 of oxygenation levels, and I was
Uh-huh.
still at 92. So I was still considered like, you know, safe to go back home. And in case it went lower, then I would go back to the ER. And thankfully, it never went lower.
Uh-huh.
So, but I mean,
Then,
it was
then
still
and
a really
there,
bad
I'm sure you were.
experience.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
and there, I mean, going to the hospital, seeing others sick, were you, your sense, being there at the hospital, were you afraid for your life?
I was, especially because I really felt like I just couldn't take a deep breath of air.
Hmm.
And I was just like, oh my God, you know, it also does like it affects your mind a lot too because you hear so
Yes.
many people, you know, are dying and it gets really bad for some people. There's like severe consequences after for some people, so it does get really you get worried. You're like, okay, am I going to be
Yes.
one of those people? Am I
Hmm.
going to get worse? What's going to happen if I get worse? Like, a lot goes through your mind, and
Now,
um,
what
you know,
happened when the doctor said, "Okay, you could go home"? Were you thinking twice about it?
Well, I was hoping that they would send me with some sort of something, because usually they let you go and they say, okay, take this, take that. But with me, it
Hmm.
was like, just take your asthma medication, and you just feel
And
kind of
that's
like, oh man, I wish there was something that they could
yeah,
just give me so I could feel like I'm doing something to get better,
yes. And that
because it
day
only got
was that
worse from there.
okay? So that day was the fifth day or sixth day when you went to the hospital. What day?
Yeah, that was like it was like the fifth day when I went to the
Hmm.
to the ER.
Okay.
And I
And then you
mean,
said they got
I
worse after
was
that.
they got worse for a couple of days, and I still had fevers like a whole week after that. I mean, I was sick with COVID for about 4 weeks. Um,
Are you
yeah,
serious? Four
Wow.
weeks.
Oh my God.
Oh
yeah,
my God,
4 weeks too.
that's almost about a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's
and
about
it
a
was
month.
it was yeah, it's a month, and it was frustrating because I would feel better, and then like a couple of days later, I would start feeling that shortness of breath again. And it just kind of terrifies you, because you're like, okay, am I going to have this long term? Is this, I would get like palpitations and like pain on like around my heart area. So
Oh
it
my
just
God.
gets worrisome. And
Wow.
I'm still considered a very, a mild case. I still
Hmm.
thankfully didn't get admitted, and but it does change your life during that time.
You got who was taking care of you? I mean, because when you went to the hospital, you were by yourself, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
who was taking care of you during that time that you were in quarantine at your house?
So my mom she would take, like, they brought like some food, they brought some water, and whenever I would run out of either, they would put it, by the door.
Hmm.
I just stayed in my room. Thankfully, nobody else in my family got it. I live with my parents
Hmm.
and my two kids, and
Uh-huh.
everybody was able to not get it. But I was in quarantine. After the 4 weeks, I got released from isolation, and I
Yes.
still stayed for one more week just in case,
Hmm.
you know? So,
Yes.
my parents, the ones that were taking care of me, thankfully they didn't get it. So I think if you isolate early enough, because I isolated as soon as the person that I think might have gotten me sick, as soon as she told me that she was sick, I
Yeah.
immediately isolated, and I put all my, my silverware and cups and everything separated. And so we
Just in
started very
case.
early on. That
Yeah.
was
Just in case.
before yeah, that was like a couple of days before I even got symptoms,
Okay.
because I
Wow.
just wanted to make
That's
sure.
pretty much a lot. That's a long time.
Long time.
Yeah,
A long time.
it
Now,
was a long time.
what what can you do different? Tell our audience. Tell them what would you do different, and so they could be more aware of their surroundings and just
Mhm.
give them an advice.
Well, honestly, I think that I was, since I went back to work, I wasn't taking enough precautions. I do remember, I was shaking hands with people. I was, kind of a little bit more relaxed about the whole situation, whereas before I was very strict on, keeping very, the social distancing, and,
Hmm.
washing my hands all the time. And I think I
Yes.
kind of went a little bit lax on it, and it just, I didn't think it was going to happen, and then you do hear a lot of things like, oh, it's not actually that bad, if you're young you can beat it, all these things. They even said that asthma wasn't like a really bad thing. They say, like, okay, if you have diabetes or high blood pressure, then that's the real problem. But they don't tell you that no, asthma can be a real problem too.
Yeah.
And I think I would just tell my friends, just be safe out there. If you don't have to go out, don't. Um, and more importantly, too, if you ever feel sick,
Hmm.
try to isolate. I know that it's hard for some people because you got to go to work, but, maybe at least isolate from your family, wear your mask, distance yourself, let people know, what, I'm actually feeling sick. so that you can stay home and avoid getting people sick, because
Exactly.
that's gonna help a lot. If you feel sick, there's no reason for you to be going out, period. In my opinion, because yeah, it could be nothing. It could be just allergies, but it could be COVID. And you might make it, but you might give it to someone that might not, or that will really struggle, because some people do make it, but they still have problems afterwards that linger for weeks. My
Well,
asthma got worse through that. So I'm having to use my asthma inhalers on a regular basis now. So
yes,
it does get worse.
yes, and you're still seeing a little bit of um, breathing problems right now, or you're okay?
This week has been very good. Last week I still struggled a couple of days.
Hmm.
It'll feel like a kind of like an asthma attack, and it will last a
Yes.
couple of hours for me to be able to get my breath back, to be able to sleep. It also, I couldn't eat for like the first full week. I couldn't eat pretty much at all,
Hmm.
because your throat hurts and just everything hurts. You just want to sleep, and
Yeah.
it was hard.
Well,
But
you know what?
I
We thank God that I want to say that during that time, I'm sure that you were praying a lot
I
and
was on my
asking
knees
God.
every night just praying.
Well, that's good.
Honestly.
Yeah, thank God that I think through even through this experience, your faith, probably also is in
Ah,
another level. You
yeah,
appreciate life,
absolutely. I mean, honestly,
and
I had some days, because I've always been
yeah.
a Christian, but I feel like I had kind of, sometimes you distance yourself. Other things
Hmm.
become more important. You just feel like you get bogged down with all the problems. And I
Hmm.
feel like that kind of helped me get back to basics.
Yes,
And I was reading the Bible again. I was praying. I was praying for other people that were going through it. I was praying that my family wouldn't get it, that my coworkers wouldn't get it, that I would get better, that I would get through it. Um,
yes,
it really tested my faith, but I feel like after that, I really feel renewed in my relationship with God. I really do. So, blessing in disguise.
yes. Well, we want to wish you luck. We want to wish you
Thank
blessings.
you.
God bless you. May you continue to feel better. And thank you
Thank you.
very
You guys
much
as well.
for thank you for sharing your
Yes.
testimony. This
Thank you
is
very
really
much.
going to help. This is really going to help a lot of people, and through your experience, so they won't just take it easy and they'll take
Yeah,
precautions. And thank your mom for
absolutely.
taking care of you, also
Yeah.
as well
Yes.
your
Yeah.
parents.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank you for being in the show, Connie. We really appreciate you.
Thank you very
All
much.
right,
Have
you
a good
guys.
night.
Thank you. You too. Thank
Thank you.
you.
right here. There we go.
Celeste, can you hear me?
Can hear you.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good, very good. Thank you for coming into the show.
Thank you, Celeste.
Thank you.
Celeste, can you, well, of course, can you let us know your name, your age, and how long you've been here in El Paso?
I'm Celeste. I'm 37 years old. I've been in El Paso for 37 years, my entire life. Born and raised.
Born and raised. Good. We just, I don't know if you heard Connie's testimony, but she's around
I
the
did.
same age. Okay. She's around the same age, 30 plus. So now we know, that it's hitting the 30s. So tell us, how is it that you came about in getting exposed to the COVID?
Well, first of all,
COVID-19.
I still don't know how I got it. On the 19th of July, I had just moved into my new apartment. Sunday morning, I woke up with both of my eyes with mucus, and I thought I have pink eye or something. I went to the emergency to go get it checked, or kind of like an urgent care, just to make sure it wasn't pink eye. I did have a little bit of fever and I did have some chills, but didn't think it had to do with COVID. So nurse came in, I gave the nurse my symptoms, asked the nurse if they would test me for COVID, and they said that was up to the doctor. Well, 10 minutes later, the nurse came in and said, we're going to test you for COVID. They tested me. Doctor came in dressed in his mask, his shield and everything, and said, if I come back in 20 minutes dressed like this, you're positive. If I don't have equipment on, you're negative. 20 minutes later, he came in dressed with all his equipment and said I was positive.
Wow.
I
Okay.
laid there and I was in shock.
Were you by yourself?
I was by myself. I had my aunt drop me off just for precautions, but I was there by myself. Once I was done, I called her and I told her, I said, I'm positive. You know, she picked me up. I sat in the back seat. She disinfected her car when she got home, dropped me off at home. She went and picked up my meds. They gave me steroids for 6 days and an inhaler, and quarantine for 2 weeks.
Wow. But I know, how long were you in the hospital for?
I went in on the 27th of July, only because I didn't have the strength to do anything while I was home by myself. I couldn't eat, just drink fluids and lay on the couch, and I couldn't shower. So I never got an x-ray of my chest or anything. And that 27th, that Monday, I called my aunt and I said, I think I'm going to call either 911 or drive myself. I said, because I don't feel. She drove me to the there. They took my vitals. They took me in right away, did a chest x-ray, and my oxygen was down to 66%.
Jeez. Wow.
Um,
That's pretty low, very low.
That is very low. They put me on an oxygen mask on full blast. I was at the highest setting on the oxygen tank. I was in the ER till about midnight when they told me I was going to get admitted. At about 1 in the morning, they finally admitted me, took me up to the third floor, which is telemetry. Put me on IVs, still kept me on oxygen. Gave me, started me on antibiotics. It was just a horrible experience. When
Are
you're
you
there by
still having,
yourself.
Celeste, are you still having you still have oxygen on, or you still having
I am on
a hard
oxygen.
time breathing? I could hear.
Here and there, yes, I am on. They sent me home on oxygen, but I am on the lowest setting of oxygen. They have me on the 5 days that I was there when I got out on Friday. The 5 days I spent there, my oxygen got really good. Every day they would lower my level.
Mhm.
Every day, I got out of there at a level 1, and that's what I am on right now.
Right now.
I check my oxygen level throughout the day with oxygen and without oxygen. Without oxygen, I'm in my 80s, and with the I'm in the 90s. I did get a
Oh,
little pneumonia in there because it did affect my lungs.
yes.
Um, I don't have, I have some taste buds, but I don't. I do get winded a little bit. I do get a little bit of cough. And I
Hmm.
do get a little tired every now and then if just walking to the car. Um, but I have to carry a takeout oxygen tank if I go out, just so I don't get tired and winded.
Wow, that's pretty. That's. At any moment, did you fear that you were not going to make it?
Yes, I did. I did because they ask you in case if you don't make it, do you want to be intubated? Do you want to be put on life support? They ask you all kinds of questions that it's scared, to answer.
Hmm.
You don't know if yes, no. There is no right or wrong answer. It's really what you want.
Hmm.
But the whole time being there, I said, what if, okay, I'm progressing, but what if I go down, and what if I end up in a ventilator, or I end up in ICU? The whole
Yeah.
time being there by myself, no family, no nothing, is hard because you don't know what to experience. You don't sleep. It's just a toss and turn. They're in every hour, um, giving you antibiotics, your
Hmm.
medications. It's just very scary.
Um, who was taking care of you when you went back home?
Um, when I went back home, I was by myself. They told me I needed to quarantine another 2 weeks, and this is I'm still on my first week since I got out on Friday, so I have one more week till next weekend. Then I need to
Hmm.
follow up with my doctor. But
Okay.
I was by myself, so my aunt has a couple of extra bedrooms, and she said, well, in case of anything and you're not by yourself, you can come quarantine here in one of my rooms. And since she's working from home, she says that way you're here, I'm here, and if anything happens, I don't have to drive to go get you and take you, and you're
Hmm.
here. So I'm quarantining here at her house for these 2 weeks. Um, Without her, I don't know what I do.
Bless her heart. Tell her that she's getting a big A+ right now.
Yeah, so it's scary. I never imagined getting it. I'm always
Hmm.
washing my hands, wearing my mask, gloves everywhere I go, infecting my car. Every to the store I would infect it, carry Lysol wipes and everything. And I
Yeah.
just I can't tell you where I probably got it from or who. None of my family has been sick. No one has
Hmm.
tested positive. I've been the first one from all of my relatives to test positive and get it.
You don't remember exactly if you touched something or you had in contact with someone that you might
I
think.
know just that weekend I went, picked up my furniture. I went to Walmart to buy groceries, went back to my apartment and stayed in my apartment, which was Saturday evening. And Sunday morning, when I woke up with, my eyes with mucus and, like I said, with chills and a little
Hmm.
bit of fever, and I,
Yeah.
I don't know where I got it from.
It could have been any of those two places, right?
Could have been anywhere.
Yeah. How was your faith tested?
It was. It was. I just had to be very positive, and I'm Catholic, and I prayed every night. It was just, I don't know. I'm glad to be alive, honestly.
What is it that you want to tell the audience? What precautions? What do they need to hear so they won't be in your shoes or they won't go through what you had to go through? And still, we heard from Connie. She was sick for a long time, and she's still having repercussions. Her asthma acts up, and you are
It
still
does.
on. You still have the oxygen.
Yes. I'm still not. I can tell you, I'm still not. I don't feel 100%. I don't. I mean, I don't feel sick. I just have that cough that comes and goes. A little bit tiredness, a little bit of shortness of breath. I can taste some stuff here and there. It drains you. It literally does. It's hard at night to sleep, especially when you're not used to having oxygen and having to sleep with it at night. It's it's hard. It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Sleeping with a mask on as well, because you're quarantined, you're in that one room. But sleeping with oxygen, the mask, it's, yeah. But I advise everybody, stay away from social gatherings. Wash your hands, wear your mask. You just don't know who can have it. You don't know who
Wow.
people have been around, and it's not, coronavirus isn't judging just any particular age. It's getting everybody. It has no discrimination.
I was going to ask you, when you went to the hospital, did you see others sick?
I did not see others. There's really no souls in the hospital whatsoever. As you're admitted, they have security walk you through the hallways with your nurse. All hallways have to be cleared. Nobody can be in the hallways as you're getting either escorted to wherever they're taking you, or as you're getting discharged. There were a couple of elderlies that I could hear screaming, or they were just tired of being there. Just wanted someone to be there with them. Experience where you hear all, there's different ages that floor of different people, and it's all COVID.
Wow. Well, we wish you luck. We wish you. We will be praying for you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming into the show and
Thank you for inviting me.
yes, and talking about your experience. Be very careful. Again, give your aunts a big round of applause and a big hug for stepping it up and taking care of you.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Celeste. Have a good night.
Thank you, Celeste.
Thank you. You too. Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Wow. Well, these last two testimonies have been really strong.
Very, very, very strong. I just can't believe, you know, I mean, if you really can't say or pinpoint a place where you get sick. You know what I mean? You can't say, well, I got sick at Walmart, or I got sick at a friend's house, or something like that. This is like, COVID is like a ghost,
Oh, yeah.
a silent ghost that if it hits you, you find out day or the next day, like Celeste.
Yeah,
And she started with a runny nose and everything, and then from there it just went down. So it's no joke. I mean, and the thing is that when people think that, okay, we didn't get sick, and they start going out, and they don't take precautions, they might have the virus, and they're out and about, handshaking, and people that could get sick, it hits them, and then they go home free again, and the next day their friend's sick. So, like I said, it's a silent kill, man. It's a silent virus. I mean, if you get exposed, you get exposed, and I don't want to be in Celeste or Connie's shoes.
I wouldn't want to be either.
I wouldn't want to be in there, but I mean, they're brave ladies, and I know that they're going to be supported by their families and their faith, and just taking their precautions and taking care of themselves. I'm sure they're not going to be the same after this. I know for a fact.
I mean, this is the first time I hear, and that's why that's great, because now there's a lot of things we're listening to here that most of us don't really take in consideration. Some people out there, not everybody, right? But there's an honest opinion on this. We all had our doubts, you know what I mean, on certain things. And that's why the show is about, we're bringing people who are telling us a real live, experience with this monster, that's been haunting us for such a long time. Yeah. So we want to invite people right now to the show, because this is what it's about. This is your show. It's not our show. We are here to listen to everybody. And if you would like to comment also, we can take comments. Just to let you guys know, we, as a disclaimer, we are not medical in the medical profession. Yeah, we're not medical. Nope. We have professionals here, and we're not certified in any way. This is just to listen out the people from the 915, in our city, hear them out, hear what they have to say. If you have something that you would like to say in a program about COVID-19, feel free to do so. There's a relative that had COVID-19. We're going to be in this program for just a little bit more, and we're going to say it in Spanish because we also want to reach, las personas.
Sí, nosotros no somos doctores, no, solamente estamos dando testimonios reales y no podemos dar consejos tampoco de COVID, del virus que anda ahorita. Consejos no podemos, somos neutrales en todo lo que estamos diciendo, oímos. Solamente estamos oyendo los testimonios de las personas que se han estado enfermando por el COVID-19, el virus de corona. Y ahorita oímos dos testimonios de dos señoritas, Connie y Celeste, cómo ellas se contagiaron y en realidad no saben en dónde se contagiaron, pero sí se enfermaron muy severo. Entonces queremos, si usted está interesado de realizar o también dar su testimonio, si estás enfermo o has pasado por esa misma situación, te animamos a que nos hables o te pongas en contacto con nosotros para también ustedes puedan dar su testimonio por medio de este website de We the People de 915. Pero aquí estaremos para servirle a ustedes, para servir a nuestra comunidad del Paso.
Ok, en un momentito vamos a regresar. We're going to take a quick little break. But si gustan, contáctanos, mándanos un mensaje y te podremos poner en vivo, ¿verdad?
Simple. En vivo, sí.
Desde tu teléfono, from your own phone, we can get you guys live, and share us. Let's hear more stories, El Paso. Let's hear what has happened with this horrible virus, you know what I mean, in everybody's case. We only have 2 cases right now. We hope to hear from somebody else that has gone through this, so we can better understand, right, and listen to everybody on how this virus works.
We'll be
So,
right back.
We'll be right back in a short while. right, guys, we are back, Rico. So we have somebody that's going to come through, right?
Yes, we're just going to be
Hopefully-
waiting, hopefully, right
And if
now
we
in a
have
little
more
bit.
people, today is the day, guys. Coming through with your experience with if you've had if you had officially had COVID-19, right? Battled
Yes.
with this horrible virus. We want to hear your story. We want to hear it, and in Spanish too, if you could say that.
Ya, queremos oír también su testimonio. A lo mejor ahorita se va a meter una persona que estamos esperando y va a dar el testimonio de él, cómo fue él cómo fue víctima de estar enfermo con una persona que tenía el virus de corona. Entonces queremos darle esa oportunidad de poder experimentar y poder hablar con nosotros en realidad lo que pasó en su vida. Again, this virus really doesn't have an age limit. But you know, Connie and Celeste, they're in their 30s, and in reality, you know, it's one of those things that you always want to be very, you know, taking precautions, having extra mask in your car when you go out. Make sure you put a glove on when you pump gas. You know, just little basic things that you could do.
And right now, Rico, we're going to take a few comments. So if you guys are welcome to drop your comments, we'll put them up on the screen. Ask us questions. Like I said, we're not medical experts or anything. It's just, you know, we're bringing live, you know, people to our stream, because that's what it's about with cases of COVID-19. So we're going to go with the first one. And right now we have two of them. Yeah. We were streaming through other pages as
Sure,
well.
see the name?
I'm going to try to see if we can get those. But if you want to read the first one.
Yeah, it's from Mr. Edgar Armando Montones.
Munetones.
Munetones Diaz. Sorry, Edgar.
Sorry if we don't.
He says, I have COVID-19 and I'm diabetic. A diabetic coma,
Yeah.
and my left side was paralyzed.
Oh my goodness.
I was hospitalized for almost 3 months. Wow.
Wow. That's
Dice el señor Díaz, Edgar Díaz, que él es diabético y él, su lado izquierdo fue paralizado y estaba en el hospital por 3 meses.
that's terrible.
Es mucho tiempo.
Ajá.
Es mucho tiempo.
Mucho tiempo.
Y esperamos que Edgar ya se esté sintiendo mejor, pero sé que es algo muy difícil.
Yeah, that's
Es algo
you know.
muy difícil.
So yeah, guys, feel free to drop your comments. Pueden mandarnos un mensaje si quieren salir al programa al aire libre, ¿verdad?
Sí.
So ahorita podemos, mientras esperamos a la siguiente persona, we can answer some comments for you guys. We're going to go ahead and get the other person ready in the meantime, but drop your comments and we're going to come back to your comments. It's very important that we hear from you, not us. It's not our show. It's your show. We made this show for the people. We, the people of the city of the 915. So
We just want to be very, informative, just let people know. Like last show, we had a couple of testimonies from different business owners, and one of them was the Fernie from Joe's Haircuts, and his brewery from Blazing Tree. Make sure you guys go out and support them as well. I know they have curbside on Blazing Tree, and I think Joe's Haircuts, I think it's by appointment. There's various salons in El Paso, and also the ballroom that what was it called? Do you remember?
Yes,
have
I
it?
sure have it. I should have it
I
right.
think he has it. I think we have both.
Is it Luxor Gold?
Yeah, Luxor Gold Ballroom.
Ballroom, yeah.
With Sergio Escorza. I think we could put it up later on
And we
in the
also,
show so you guys could see that these businesses are ready to go and they just need you to call and reserve. It might not be this year, but it could be next year for a wedding, for a quinceañera. God willing, everything by then is over.
hopefully. And keep in mind, guys, that we're not absolutely not getting paid for any of this. Royal Lex Studios, you know, is making this possible. It's all Rico's making it possible. We're all making it possible, and we're making it possible for you, for the people, and all of us, actually, all of us together, to come into the stream, right?
Yes.
And to talk about different topics, and we're getting ready for some new topics as well. I don't know yet what the next topic is going to be, but
it's a secret.
it's a secret. You don't want to let out the secret sauce,
No,
Rico?
no, not yet.
Why
not
not?
yet. It's going to be something. It's going to be something interesting, a little bit different.
Yeah.
From all the shows.
Okay.
And I know for a fact that Frank, you're bringing in the spotlight for all the groups, soloists, bands from El Paso, right?
Yes, I have the promoting page called me and other
Administrators.
administrators 915 Music Scene, and we're trying to do something good there. We're trying to pick up we're trying to promote the local music scene with music videos
Yes.
and all that. It's still on trial. I'm trying different things, but I would like to bring also local artists, to the show to tell us what they're working on, if they're working on new material, to share with us everything that they can, right? And to support the local music scene. So there's a lot of things that we're planning.
And that's our secret. That's my secret.
And that's his secret. That's
I'm going to bring in with Rico's 915. Rico's 915 mystery box or something like that.
Yeah.
Something that, people will look forward to. We'll see how.
We'll see what happens. Like, we cannot get together and, and we're trying to, like I said, look at these cases. Honestly, I wouldn't want to be in a place where it's really crowded.
No,
and I would want to be
not, at least not now.
Not now. We've had 2 cases only, though. I wish I could hear more cases from people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are sick, and there's been a lot of people that have been exposed. But like I said, for some reason or another, they take care of themselves, or they're in the hospital. But like right now, Edgar,
and I know that, yes.
Edgar Armando, I know he's listening to the show, and we want to just encourage you to, take care of yourself, make yourself love, let yourself loved by your wife, by those that care for you.
Very much.
And it's not easy to get out of the hospital after 3 months, and I'm sure he's. I don't know if he's still having a hard time with his left side, but there's
paralyzed, right?
Yeah, he said it was paralyzed. He was paralyzed from his left side, so I don't know. I think I'm sure he's still a little bit paralyzed from his left side. But we send our prayers to you, and here we are. We're ready with our next guest.
What's our next guest?
Mr. Manuel.
Mr. Manuel. Okay, let's put him on, Rico, and you can ask him.
Sí. Manuel, ¿cómo está?
Hola, buenas noches.
Buenas noches. Ahorita
Muy
lo
buenas
vamos
tardes.
a poner en la cámara. Ahorita le digo cuándo. Ahí está.
Sí,
Buenas
listo.
noches, Manuel. ¿Cómo está?
Hola, buenas noches. Igual saludos a ustedes.
Buenas
Gracias,
noches.
Manuel. Buenas noches. ¿Cómo estás?
Estamos bien, gracias a Dios.
Qué bueno, gracias a Dios. Gracias por estar en el programa. Queríamos
Muy bien,
tener
gracias a Dios.
el programa bilingüe, y tenemos la oportunidad de poder hablar con usted esta noche y hacerle unas preguntas. ¿Puede decir su nombre, por favor, y cuántos años tiene?
Ok, mi nombre es Manuel. Soy el pastor Manuel Pacheco Luría. Tengo 42 años
No
y
parece.
parezco de más,
No, no,
42
parece,
años.
está muy joven. Usted se ve muy
Sí.
joven. Muy joven se ve, pastor.
Sí,
¿Cómo fue, pastor? Pastor Manuel, ¿cómo fue usted que se contagió con el virus?
wow. Creo que no me di cuenta cómo me contagié. Eh, pues yo creo que mm, sí, eh, no me di cuenta cómo me contagié. Lo único que sé es que pues mi
Ujú.
esposa también trabaja y ella
Sí,
salía al trabajo y poco a poco ella se empezó a sentir mal una semana y
sí.
también yo después me empecé a sentir mal, empecé con temperatura
Ujú.
y dije, va a pasar, tal vez puede ser algo normal,
Sí.
pero tardé como 8 días con fiebre, tomaba pastillas, pero vi que no bajaba la temperatura. Los síntomas solamente era fiebre intenso, por con una temperatura de 38.5, una vez llegué a 39, pero y tomaba sueros, pero la razón, cómo me contagié no lo sé. La
No
verdad
sabe.
no puedo decir, pero sí tuve contacto con las personas. Posiblemente
Sí.
alguien que era que tenía el virus y no me dijo que tenía el virus y
Ujú.
posiblemente por ahí me pude contagiar.
Sí. ¿Cómo empezó el día, cuando usted se dio cuenta que estaba enfermo?
Oh, eh, creo que lo que el, empecé a sentir mucha debilidad. Mi cuerpo empezó a sentir cansancio, fatiga en
Sí.
extremo, los ojos eh, cansados, la garganta irritada, sin ganas de hacer nada, completamente mucha debilidad. Y el
Sí.
estado de ánimo era positivo, pero también en las tardes, en las noches venía el desánimo poquito, ¿no? Por lo
Sí.
que yo no fui al médico y no me hice
Usted.
el examen de COVID,
Ajá.
no lo hice. Yo sané con té en casa
Sí.
y unas inyecciones que me recetaron de un
Ujú.
hermano que se enfermó y eso fue lo que mm, yo tomé también ese tratamiento igual.
Sí. Y así fue progresando todos los días. Todos los días empezó con algo diferente o lo mismo.
Empecé con temperatura, tos casi no me dio. Este, lo que sí tenía es saliva, empecé a perder lo que es el sabor a la comida. No tenía
Sí.
sabor en la comida y, y la saliva era en extremo, era demasiada blanca. Eso me preocupó
Ujú.
un poquito. Y
Sí.
es lo que, pero en cuanto pasaron esos días que no bajaba la fiebre, empecé a tomar unas pastillas que se llama aciclovir, creo que aquí lo tengo en mano, esta,
Sí.
aciclovir, fue una pastilla que tomé, eh, esa pastilla me ayudó y es muy fuerte
Ujú.
y las inyecciones, que cada vez que me tomaba esas pastillas tenía que tener alimento. Yo no dejé de
Sí.
comer, yo comía aunque no tenía ganas, yo
Ujú.
me alimentaba,
Pero estaba
aunque no
aislado,
había
¿no?
apetito, aunque no había sabor en la comida. Estuve aislado por casi un mes, más de un
Wow.
mes.
Es mucho tiempo.
No sabíamos de qué manera, pero prefería aislarme y gracias
Sí.
a Dios eh, poco a poco fui recuperándome.
Usted dijo que es pastor, entonces las personas sabían y le hablaban aún todavía, y me imagino que había otros enfermos, entonces tenía el ánimo para poder ir a visitarlos o no, más bien no podía ir a visitarlos, pero
Cuando
que
estuve
orar por
enfermo,
ellos, ¿no?
Cuando estuve enfermo, yo no salí para nada. Mi trato
Ujú.
con ellos era por teléfono, por
Sí.
videollamada, oraba por ellos oraban por mí. Y creo que
Ujú.
eh, el, el, el mantener una comunicación con una persona enferma ayuda mucho, el no
Ujú.
abandonarlo. Y todos los días recibía yo llamadas de hermanos, de amigos, de cómo vamos, cómo estás, cómo te sientes, vamos, seguimos orando
Ujú.
por ti. Y
Sí.
eso animó mucho y me pude recuperar muy pronto. Yo creo que después del
Ujú.
tratamiento al tercer día empecé a mejorar, solo que
Sí.
lentamente, pero empecé a mejorar. Me aislé más de
El
un mes.
sí. El séptimo día ya usted estaba desesperado. am, eh, ¿Y qué es lo que decía? Su fe, me imagino que su fe fue puesta en prueba.
Oh, creo que fue algo muy fuerte. Yo trataba de animar a mis hermanos que estaban enfermos,
Sí.
tratando de animar a los hermanos de la iglesia, de que no se pudieran enfermar y confiando en Dios sobre todo, ¿no? Pero a mí me pasó. Entonces hubo un momento donde tal vez mi mente llegó, ¿no? Y le dije al Señor, quisiera tener un poquito de paz, un poquitito de paz en mi cuerpo, porque no había ni una parte de mi cuerpo que no me doliera, era un dolor, fatiga, y ahí mismo Dios me hizo entender de que Él estaba conmigo y le había pedido que me diera paz y Él me dio paz y casi me hizo recordar, toda tu vida
Ujú.
te he dado paz, pero yo lo había olvidado y creo que este proceso de enfermedad me hizo
Sí.
entender que tenemos un Dios bien grande y que a veces los
Sí.
problemas, las circunstancias en la vida, a veces es necesario vivirlas, pero los que confiamos en Dios, eh, Dios está pendiente de ti. Y si no es todavía el tiempo, pues Dios va a guardar nuestras vidas y nos va a sacar y nos va a levantar. Yo experimenté, creo que el amor de Dios en mi vida como nunca lo había sentido. Mi fe
Sí.
creció porque pude ver que no solo era mi fe, sino la fe de mis hermanos, de amigos, de mi familia, orando por mí, confiando que Dios podía
Ujú.
sanarme. Y gracias a Dios, Dios me sanó. Y no solo a mucha gente por la cual estuvimos orando.
Qué bueno, nos da mucho gusto oír eso. ¿Y qué consejo les daría a las personas que están oyendo en esta noche el consejo como pastor, el consejo como una persona que fue contagiada por el COVID?
Algo que me ayudó mucho a mí fue el Salmo número 46. Y la parte que me gustó de ese salmo fue que inicia con una parte: Jehová de los ejércitos está con nosotros, nuestro refugio es el Dios de Jacob. Y esa parte lo mencionaba en mi mente y en mi corazón, de que yo no estaba solo, de que Dios estaba conmigo y que Él era mi refugio, que Él era mi esperanza. Y ese texto me fortalecía. Y creo que hay personas que puedan estar enfermos, primero que no se desesperen, que confíen en Dios, que no tengan miedo. Dios está con ustedes. Creo que es un momento difícil. Yo escuché el testimonio de muchos hermanos, muchísimos amigos que se enfermaron, pero todos salieron. Hubo un momento de ellos que sí sintieron miedo, pero tenían confianza en Dios. Y creo que la prueba de tener confianza en Dios y la seguridad de que Dios está con nosotros es suficiente. El consejo más grande para mis hermanos o amigos que puedan estar enfermos de COVID es que no se desesperen, que es un momento donde tal vez su fe va a estar siendo puesta a prueba, pero Dios está ahí y Dios le va a ayudar, porque esa es la promesa para los hijos y para aquellos que creen en Dios.
Muy bien dicho. Y muchas gracias a Pastor Manuel por estar con nosotros en esta noche compartiendo su testimonio. Yo sé que a mucha gente le va a ayudar y va a animar a que ellos sigan adelante luchando por su vida, luchando por sus familias y que ellos también pongan su fe en Dios.
Muchas gracias y gracias por invitarme. Bendiciones a todos. Dios les bendiga.
Gracias. Que pase buenas noches.
Gracias.
Okay, so
Wow. So, I mean, even him, that aún todavía él fue una persona normal,
dijo también que estaba tomando
sí, estaba tomando un tratamiento.
se los dan.
Él más bien fue a la farmacia y se lo dieron y fue algo muy fuerte la medicina. Aún todavía, el séptimo día, él se sintió desesperado, pero su fe nunca la dejó y confió en Dios y también aislándose de su familia, le ayudó. Entonces se aisló por un mes. Es mucho tiempo, pero tomó sus precauciones para poder estar él bien y alejado de su familia, protegiéndolos a la misma vez. Pero como le digo, él ya oyó el testimonio de Manuel, Pastor Manuel, y espero que esta noche se lleve todos esos mensajes en el corazón para que se cuide y para que esté con precauciones. Y si está enfermo, acuérdese, le animamos y siga adelante, empuje hacia adelante, no se dé por vencido, que usted se mejore y estaremos orando por usted. And thank you again for the two young ladies that came to our program, Connie and Celeste. Thank you for joining us and sharing your testimony and your experience with this virus. We want to thank you and just stay safe. Stay safe, El Paso. These are real stories from real people.
And that's what this program's about. One more time, let everybody know. Share this page, share this video, share our page, guys. Give us a like, you know what I mean? Support this, this movement that we have because it's for the people. It's not for us. It's for the people. For all of us. That's what I meant to say, Rico.
Yes, for all of us.
For all of us, yeah. To share your stories. Don't be afraid to comment, as long as you do it in a respectful manner. Why not? Comment, get on the show, be part of it. That's what we want. We want you to be part of it. So
yes,
we have more topics coming up.
And mine's coming up, and it's a secret. Okay. So,
but I also want to hear them.
Yes,
everybody else's topic, right?
Yes, we want to hear your topics as well, El Paso. You have the opportunity, since this show is for you.
Yes.
We want to hear the type of topics that you want to hear about. Questions, messages. Let us know what you think.
Or email us.
Or you can also email us
at I keep forgetting things, nowadays. I don't know if it's just, a lack of sleep.
I think it's
sleeping okay?
Yes.
Okay,
I sleep like
good.
A baby by the time I hear the news.
So how do you sleep? Because I see all the people over there, like, in the middle of the night, and Facebook and everybody, they're like, we can't sleep.
No. By the time after I hear the news,
yes,
pretty much, or even before. But tonight I have a special guest, but you can't see her. I have my daughter here with me.
Yes.
But she could tell you that after, even if they put a movie, I'm snoring by the start of it.
Really?
So yeah, I start
I, mean,
snoring.
I wonder how you do it. Because,
I start
I mean-
snoring. I start snoring, man. I just go to
so you
sleep.
just naturally get that tiredness.
Yeah,
and then you
yeah. I
wanna
just
go to sleep?
I sleep like a baby, huh, babe?
I mean, I don't
I
know
sleep
how
like
you,
a baby.
I mean, maybe I don't know. It might be. I don't know what the secret with that of that would be. You know, because everybody has trouble sleeping, as far as I know. On my friends' list, you know, I see a few of them, you know, posting there. I can't sleep,
Mhm.
and it's already 3. I mean, I always go to sleep late, 3 and 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
But I can't. It takes me a while to
Well,
knock out.
if you, I think there's a product at.
Give us the secret.
I want to
sauce.
say
Come on.
at well, you could go to Walmart.
Because look, I'm drinking a bunch of coffee. All right, this is
Well-
maybe this is a problem.
What is it called?
I
The
love
vitamins.
McDonald's,
The
and
vitamins
their coffee.
that you take, huh? Ollie. Have you heard of Ollie?
I have not.
Go to Walmart,
Okay.
and I'm promoting Walmart,
Uh-huh.
so maybe we could get sponsored by Walmart.
And I'm promoting McDonald's.
yeah,
All right, get some
Walmart's-
coffee, guys.
If you want to buy stuff, go to Walmart. Well, Walmart
Yeah,
sells a product. It's called Ollie,
Ollie. Okay.
and
Vitamins, right? You said.
yeah, they're vitamins. Well, there's all kinds of Ollie vitamins.
Okay.
There's men's vitamins. There's energy.
Okay.
There's a lot of things,
Okay.
and there's one for sleep
Okay.
and for stress. So if you're stressed and sleepy, you take both of them. You'll sleep like a baby.
Well, I hope so. I think I am going to try it because, I mean, all I can say is maybe it's coffee. McDonald's makes some good coffee. I like it, and Starbucks. Those are my favorite. But I
Yeah.
drink at least 1 cup every day. I
Well,
drink black coffee.
well, just try those Ollie
Yeah.
vitamins, and believe me, it'll help you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. And all right, guys. Well, that concludes our show today.
Yes.
I do not. Let me just double check to see if I have any more messages. If anybody trying to come in, any comments. Maybe we should do it really quick. Is there anyone else? We only had 3 cases today, right?
3.
3 people tell us about their battle with COVID-19 and how it went and everything. 3 really good cases. Is there anyone else that would like to come, live right now and say their story? I say we just give them 1 minute. And if nobody wants to come, we'll come back and we'll say bye. Because
Yes.
I think somebody was trying to get in right now.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. I got to double check. I got to get in the computer and check it.
All right.
Pero si en español, si usted quiere venir al programa, simplemente denos un mensaje, messages. Mándenos un mensaje, les vamos a dar instrucciones de su teléfono, lo metemos al programa y podemos hablar de su situación con COVID-19. We can talk about your situation fighting against this horrible virus, okay, that El Paso's been suffering, the city's been suffering,
Yes.
and we are in our homes and we can't. There's nothing we can do about it. So 3 cases, and if we can get 1 more, that'd be great. If not, then let's double check and see, right?
Okay.
Okay, we'll be right back. Give us 1 minute and let's check really quick. right, that was fast, guys. We checked. Nobody else, Rico.
No, they're
But
probably
we
tired.
heard, yeah, they're probably tired, or maybe they're not locked in. But we heard some really good, interesting cases today.
Very.
We really want to thank everybody, right, that participated.
Yes, thank you very much.
And we hope you guys, share this and spread the word. This is your show. Don't forget our next topic. Rico's going to let us know later. He said it's a secret, but we want to know what you want to bring up as a topic, right? Also,
Yes.
Message us, guys. Here's some things that we were talking about too. Talking about schools.
Yes. I think if no one brings in the issue of schools, you kind of got it there.
Yeah.
We are going to have testimonials or what people think, regular parents from all the districts, Socorro, Clint, Isleta, Canutillo, San Elizario, everyone here in El Paso, all the districts from El Paso. We're going to have a couple of testimonies of people that want their kids back in school, and parents that don't want,
That's a
their
big one.
kids back in school.
I've seen a lot of parents already having their kids at home.
Yeah,
So that's another, so we want to hear how that's going, guys, because
that's right now.
pictures.
Yeah, well, right now it's 40-60. I heard 40-60, but 60 staying home and 40 going to school. And we also want to hear from teachers.
Yes.
We're gonna we're gonna be bringing in some teachers, just to say how they feel, and we don't want to get anybody in trouble.
No.
It's just how they feel and what precautions they're taking.
Yes.
Pretty much to have the kids be safe at their school,
Sounds fair.
whether
That
it be online or in school.
Yeah, let's
And I
hear
think
it.
they're going back after September 7th, after Labor Day.
And they can message you also directly to the page.
Yeah.
Not, we the people of the 915. I'm sorry. We can message directly to the page, and Rico can get that message, okay? Because he's helping a lot, guys. He's directing this show as our host, and I'm just making sure that all our sound system and everything. And I'll say a little something here and there, but Rico's done a tremendous job, I believe, in bringing a lot of people here in El Paso, to be part of the show. I want to thank Rico, actually, and I want to thank everybody too. And he says me, but I want to thank him. He's done a lot of work. He's done the hard work.
No, you've done the hard work.
What work is this? This is just moving the mouse, guys.
All right.
I'm being realistic. Okay, we got to say bye. Thank you so much. Love everybody out there. Much love. Take care, and be ready for the next topic. We'll let you know.
Stay safe, El Paso. God bless you. Have a good night.
God bless. Bye-bye.